Alright, so last weekend we did Guild Wars 2, and my PC couldn't really handle streaming that all so well, but I had a lot of fun with it. It was really cool to explore, and this week we're going to try exploring a different MMO. And I made 3 picks, all of which hopefully my PC can actually handle, that, I don't know, they look like they could be good. Hey, how's it going? Alright, so without further ado, I have this one called Wonderland Online that I found, and I don't know, to start with, it sounds kind of interesting. It's South American based, but also it just has really good reviews with a whole lot of people saying that there's nothing like it and they keep coming back to it. So yeah, there's this one. There's Tiibia Online. Okay, I just explained my PC could not handle Guild Wars 2, which came out like 5 years ago or something. That, like, it was a terrible stream because it was constantly having awful frame rate and just not handling it well. MapleStory 2 came out last week. I think I need a better computer to play MapleStory 2 and stream it. So that, unfortunately, is off the menu. The original MapleStory, though, maybe. It's one I've wanted to look at for years. Though it's doesn't happen to be on the menu today. Maybe next weekend, though. So, Tiibia Online, it looks a lot like the old Ultima games. Really? I don't trust it. I don't know. I'll look into it later. I don't trust a game that came out last week to be, I can look at it, though. I can look at the system requirements. Blech. So, this looks a lot like the old Ultimas, and I don't know. I find this to look interesting. Maybe no one else will, but I think this would be interesting to play. This website has videos with the gameplay, but I think the screenshots pretty much tell the story. So, Tiibia. And lastly, no, I've never played MapleStory. I have avoided, with one notable exception, I've avoided all MMOs, no matter how hard people tried to push me to play them, because I knew that if I started playing an MMO... Well, let me give the example of the one time I played an MMO. It was Ragnarok Online. I woke up a year later wondering what had happened to the last year of my life. I only escaped because I had completed every bit of content that was in the game at the time. So, for these MMO weekends, I'm literally just playing an MMO for 2 days and then I delete it when I'm done. Like, I do not allow myself to play further. So yeah, no, I've never played the original MapleStory, but I've always been interested in it. I like, I like that kind of thing. And the idea of a platformer MMO is just interesting. Yeah, I played so much RO. I had multiple level 100 characters. As much as I had multiple level maxed out gunslingers. Hell. Though the most fun class for me was the priest. For some reason, the priest was really fun in that game. Of course, I built my priest in a way like everyone else was building their priests wrong. I was the only one who built the priest properly. Ah! But yeah, no, seriously, like, I don't know why everyone was building their priests dex-based. It didn't make any sense. All the spells that you needed to cast as a priest... The casting time wasn't the issue, the cooldown was, and Dex didn't affect that. So I built a priest that was huge vitality with heavy armor, you know, like I went with the Goibniz set. I mean, it's not the ultimate, but it was a good set that was, you know, interchangeable between characters. Anyway, enough about RO for now. Short answer is, the priest could tank. Most parties, it could tank better than anyone else. for most random parties, because everyone else wanted to play assassins and wizards. You'd have to actually be in a guild to get a proper tank, like a monk or a lord knight or something. Anyway, third option is Dofus. Now, I've heard about this one for years. I really liked the French-made anime Wakfu, at least the first season, because the villain was dynamite. Anyway, Wakfu, this is what Wakfu was based on. It came out of this MMO, and, I don't know, it's a French MMO, I believe, published by Square Enix, and, I've been curious about it ever since I saw Wakfu and really loved the show. Nox just was one of the greatest villains ever. So, this is not the best made trailer. But, anyway. Those are the three options. It'll be about an hour and a half or so from now. I'll start streaming. I'll start downloading whichever game people think whichever one gets the most votes. I'll start downloading around 5 p.m. That's my time zone. And that gives you guys about an hour and 10 minutes to vote, and me about an hour and 10 minutes to eat. You have all three? Okay. Well, your vote's for Tiibia. Like I said, there'll be an hour for the comments. So Tibia's your pick. Okay. You've played a lot of MMO. If I can pick out 3 MMOs from the thousands that exist, and you've played all 3, holy crap. You have definitely explored a lot in the MMO genre. Yeah. I still haven't played Neverwinter Nights, even though I'm a big Baldur's Gate fan. I never actually played it. Now there's this MMO. One time I did try the Heroes of Might and Magic MMO. I did poke that one once. I was not impressed. I didn't get it. I mean, it's not like it was horrible, terrible, or unplayable or anything. It was just, as a fan of Heroes of Might and Magic, I don't get it. This was not made for fans of the series. So, why? Yeah. For at least the next few weekends. I don't know how long I'm going to go, but for the next few weekends, I'm just sampling them. So, we'll see. As I poke this and that. Then I'll probably go back to the old Western RPGs, because I have a whole bunch on Steam I still need to play. Oh my gosh. There's Fallout 3, there's Fallout 4, there's Icewind Dale 2, there's something called Knights of Chalice I need to look into. There's a couple more Wizardries that I already own. Well, drop in the comments which one you want. I'm just gonna go into the comments and yeah, it was really bad. It was really bad. Like any I don't actually know for sure if it's my PC or my bandwidth, 'cause it could just be that Guild Wars 2 requires too much of my poor PC. Or it could be that playing an MMO while streaming is just too much for my bandwidth. And I'm paying a lot for my internet. Like I'm paying I'd have to check to see exactly. I know I ended up upgrading my plan twice since I got into streaming. Well, since I got into Let's Playing, and then when I got into streaming, I had to upgrade it again, just so that I could have enough bandwidth and a stable, thing. And, yeah. But it might not be enough. Deity Empires. I have not heard of this one. I've heard a lot of stories about EVE Online. I've heard, well, everyone has heard a ton about World of Warcraft. I think every person on the planet has a friend that was obsessed with World of Warcraft. I had all my friends obsessed with World of Warcraft for years. I know exactly how addictive that game was, and none of them could get me to play it because I knew what it would do to me. God, there's a few others that I've heard about for years. Project Goron, a Zelda RPG maybe. We play as the Gorons. We eat rocks. Yeah. Anyway. Well, I'm gonna go eat and do a little bit of idle game recording and such like, and I'll guarantee that I'll be streaming by 5:30, which is to say in a little bit over an hour and a half, because I guarantee I can have any of these working by then, unless it straight up doesn't work. Like, surprise, the server's down. Things happen. Murphy's Law. Well, anyway. Till then. Bye. Stop the stream. I got an OBS.